From the CAL FIRE Information Center, I'm Scott McLean with the CAL FIRE report for Monday, October 7th, 2019. Throughout the week last week, CAL FIRE firefighters battled 170 new wildfires again. Significant fires primarily in the northern part of the state. But the bulk of the large fire activity occurred over the weekend, believe it or not, with two significant fires starting during the red flag warning conditions prompted by very low humidity and gusty winds across several counties in Northern California. This is typical in the fall months in California, where we haven't seen enough rainfall to make a real impact. So when the winds really start to kick up, it gives wildfires a chance to move very quickly. Taking a look at our overall stats so far for the year, we've now seen just over 4,600 wildfires in 2019 within CAL FIRE's jurisdiction, burning just over 40,700 acres. However, when combined with the U.S. Forest Service jurisdictional lands, that number jumps up to 4,657 fires in California for a total of 157,981 acres. Still well below last year's fire activity and even the average numbers that we could see in a typical year. So last year, look at that, 627,000 plus acres burned to date. So let's take a look now at those significant fires that I just mentioned that started over the weekend. The first of those fires is called the American Fire, which is burning east of American Canyon in Napa County. Fanned by the high winds in the area yesterday, the American Fire grew to just over 500 acres in the span of just a very few short hours. However, firefighters made significant progress overnight and currently have the American Fire at 80% contained. Fire personnel will continue to work tirelessly constructing and strengthening containment lines and extinguishing hot spots throughout the course of today. So keep your eyes and ears open. In Mariposa County, the Bryce Fire also started yesterday north of Mid-Pines, about 4 miles north. The Bryce Fire grew very rapidly, prompting evacuation of the Bryce campground. Overnight, again, fanned by those high winds, the fire has grown to a total of 250 acres as of this morning and is burning in steep and rugged terrain. Very difficult to get resources in there. Firefighters continue to work diligently to get the containment lines around that Bryce fire. So as you can see here, again, 250 acres. Clearly, so far in today's report, the reoccurring theme is high winds. This is what we expect in the fall. And this coming week, we're unfortunately expecting that trend to continue, very significantly so. Beginning on Tuesday, a fire weather watch has been issued across dozens of counties spanning from as far north as the tip of Shasta County, all the way down to the parts of Tuolumne, Calaveras counties, and Santa Clara counties. You can see by this map all the various types of wind speeds. Chico, 30 to 40. Weaverville, 10 to 15, and Redding, 40 to 45, Sacramento, 35 to 40, and off to the coast, 10 to 15 in Santa Rosa area. We expect to see a lot higher winds in this area as well. Again, the winds in those areas are expected to gust as high as 50 miles per hour in some areas. Gusts. Many of the affected areas will see a decrease in the wind activity after Wednesday. However, some areas could see gusty winds all the way through to Friday. These winds are expected to come with very low humidity, down into the single digits in some areas, and no precipitation at all. So again, low humidities, very receptive to fire. So potentially very dangerous wildfire conditions are on the way, not unlike conditions that we saw around this time last year and in 2017. Large areas of Southern California could also see very gusty winds beginning late Wednesday into Friday evening. So I ask that you please be prepared. Now is not the time to be complacent. You need to be ready to go in the event of a wildfire starting in your community. This is so important. You should already be prepared. Your family should have all gone through their various trainings, worked together to get that plan developed and followed. We saw last year that these wind events can lead to devastating and sometimes, unfortunately, tragic consequences. It's still vivid in our memories. It's vital that you are ready to go now. Doesn't matter where you are. You saw how fast the American fire developed yesterday in a matter of a very short few hours. There were some evacuation advisories, but it never went to an order. So you still need to be prepared even for smaller fires. Know which things you will need to take with you and pack them now. Have that go kit still prepared as you should have earlier on this year. Have a plan for multiple routes to evacuate out of your community, just like 2 ways out of your home, for an example. And this is in case your first route of escape is blocked. You have a lot of fire equipment coming in and a lot of people trying to leave. And if necessary, or if you feel unsafe, why not leave early? No harm. Again, one of the biggest obstacles during evacuation is road congestion. A lot of these roads are 2-lane country roads. And you can, again, help alleviate and even avoid that congestion by leaving as soon as possible. Again, don't wait until authorities tell you to leave. If you feel like you are in danger, what's the harm? Just go. For more information on what you can do now to prepare to go, visit our website at readyforwildfire.org. And that's the latest on the fire situation in California. I'm Scott McLean. Stay safe.